Hey everybody, welcome to Toneforge Bootcamp. My name is Nick Pilata, and today I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick that I think can really help you guys out in your future mixes. So I want to show you guys how you can actually reamp a guitar without a DI. So let's give you a scenario here. Let's say that a band has sent you stems for you to mix, and they send you guitar tones, but they don't send you DIs. They didn't record the DI, and all they have is a guitar tone that you don't like, and you want to change how that sounds. You want to change the cab of that DI. Well, that is definitely possible, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. So first, let's go ahead and take a listen. We're calling this one the cab you hate. Let's say that you don't like this guitar tone and you want this to change. So that's just one of the riffs that maybe the band sent to you. And the first step you have to do is you have to replay this riff as best as you can on a guitar. Whether if you can't have someone come in and play guitar for you and try and match this part, it doesn't have to be the entire song. It just needs to be a snippet that you can play most easily. So what I'm going to do real quick is grab my guitar and I'm going to play this riff without an amp, just as a DI, and let's get that recorded. Alrighty, forgive my guitar playing. I'm not the best guitarist in the world, but that's all I needed to do in order to make this work. Now let's go ahead and bring in the amp that you want, or the cab that you want. Let's say that you really like how Menace sounds, and you want that on your record. So now we're going to put this on this DI track. Let's take a listen to that. You say that sounds awesome, and it really does. I love how Menace sounds. It's one of my favorite Toneforges that we have. So that sounds great. That's what you want your guitar tone to sound like on your record. So let's say that this is the tone that you want. You're satisfied with it. So now all we need to do is we need to now do an EQ match. So we're going to go over to our plugins, and we're going to pull up Ozone, and we're going to do Ozone EQ. We're going to use Ozone 5. I love this EQ. Now, we're going to go ahead and capture this tone, or this frequency response, just by pressing play and hitting the start capture, and it's going to make a frequency curve of our amp. Great, so now we have the frequency response of the amp we like. We'll call this like. And now let's drag this down. The cool thing about this plugin is you can drag it down and it saves that snapshot. You can drag it to any track you need. And now let's solo this track and let's try and capture that as well now. Okay, cool. So now we have another curve. This is the cab we don't like. Awesome. Let's go into the matching tab now. So now the reference is going to be what you like. So it's already set there. We want that to be the one we like. And we want to apply what we don't like. We want to apply that EQ to what we don't like, which is going to be this don't like here. And now it's as simple as pushing match. We'll pull the amount all the way up. And the smoothness I typically like around this area, minus 0.1 or 0.1. And now this cab, or this guitar, should now have the sound of this guitar up here. Let's take a listen to this guy. Let's go ahead and compare them. So I'll solo in between these two. Definitely a little too loud, so let's go ahead and pull this down. Let's say it's probably 4 dB too loud. Let's try that. You can still see it's a little bit louder. Let's do -6. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead and compare these again. I actually took a little bit too much. So let's go maybe minus 5.5. There we go. Now let's take a listen to it. And there you go. Now you have the tonality of the amp that you want and that you like on the amp that you hate. And it's as simple as just leaving that EQ on for your mix. And ta-da, now this guitar tone here sounds like the guitar tone that you love from Menace. So there you go, guys. That is an easy way to reamp your guitars without having a DI. This is super helpful and super beneficial when bands send you just the amp and no DI. This is going to be a real time saver, and it can really help you out and make incredible mixes. Again, this is Toneforge Bootcamp. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys soon.